Hi everybody. In this lesson, I will talk about flex duration and how to set the justify content in flex dimensions. So firstly, I create a new file in the component folder. We have the file of flex example.javascript. So this file will contain the Reactnative component that defines a flexible example. And in this, we have the class FlexExample inherited from React Native component with the render function. Inside the render function, we have the view. So the outer view or the main view, like a div in HTML. So I style to this using the object here has a flex of 1 or the flex is a positive number. It's okay. So it is full screen. And what about the row? Row means that inside this the children will be here view 1, view 2, view 3, and view 4, like this, as in this animation. So we have the second is green, the third is blue, for example, and here I import the component to this flex example from component slash flex example and copy this and paste to here. Yes, so you can open the simulator and see the output. So we have a three square, a tree view with red, green, blue. So this is separated. And when you want to export to here, if you want to export to here, how can I do this? So it is easy. You can add margin. So here means that margin top, left, right, down, bottom is 20 pixel. And if you want to export to here, it is very simple. You can add margin right to here, for example 5 pixel margin right and 5 pixel margin right from the green. So it is very easy to implement this. So what about the second row? We have the first is the row, the duration is row, and if you change to column, it will be like here. The column will start from top to bottom, view 1, view 2, view 3, view 4. So you can see that if you want to export to here, what can you do? You can add the margin bottom. You can add margin bottom here. So we have a two space to be added to here, and you can create a new another component. For example, justify content sample. So my idea is to separate it to the two components to for you to easier to understand when you download my code. So inside the new file justify content sample, we have many prop. Then you can add in separate line by adding separate line for easier to control. So we have a flex is one in a separate line, or flex duration in separate line. So we have a justify content. For example, if the justify content is flex start, it means that it will add from the start of the component, the parent component. And so let's import to here justify content sample from slash current folder components justify content sample and semicolon. Copy justify content sample and paste to here. Okay, so we see that we have the new. So this is means that it start from the top of the column. Fresh start means start of the column here, or the top means start. Okay, so what about the second way? We can add a flex end. What about flex end? Flex end means that it is end top the the bottom end of the bottom of the column, and you can add the background colors for the parent. view. For example, we have the parent view has this color. So if you want to you can see easier to distinguish between the view. So let's change it to the fixed height. We have a fixed height 400 pixel, so this size is a 400 pixel. So inside this we have some of the text inside this. We have red, we have green, we have blue, and if you change the space around or space between. What about the space between? Space between means that we have the space here is equal. Yes, we have two space to here is the same or the same size. It means it has the same, the distance between each of the component is the same. And you also use the space around. What about the space around? Yes, the space around means that the end of the component and the start of the component summarize to this. We have a constant component, we have the same component, the same distance. We have the same distance here, two distance, and the end and the start for the next distance. Okay. So what about the justify content center? It means that it is center of the column. Yes, it is center of the column. And so if you change this to a row, and the justify content can be the center of the row. Yes, and okay, and in the next lesson I will show you detail how to add to the center of the screen. It is very interesting. Thank you very much for watching this lesson. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos, and add access to my GitHub for getting my code